I'm Janelle Ford. I'm the Executive Director of Communications for the City of Killeen, and I'm here because tonight is a big night. It is budget night. We start going through the budget process. The budget is a nearly 3-month process to make sure that the citizens of Killeen know how their dollars are being spent. So we want you involved. We want you to come to our City Council meetings here at City Hall, City Council Chambers, 101 North College Street, and we are downtown. Please come here Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Find out what's in the budget, speak on it. We want your feedback. Let's come on in. So when you come to our City Council Chambers, as soon as you come in, you'll see this right here. It has an agenda for what's going on. It has a request to speak form. Make sure you fill that out. And it also has some guidelines for citizens, for city council members and city council meetings. So you know how to conduct yourself and the guidelines and the rules when it comes to a city council. So you'll come in, you'll pick up an agenda. We actually have 2 meetings tonight, and you want to pay special attention to the special council meeting. The special council meeting is the budget, and that is immediately following our workshop. So we will be discussing our budget tonight, and it's a hefty budget as always. But come in, get a request form, and then you will walk over here and you're going to fill it out. You fill out that form here, and then you will give it to our city secretary, and then you just wait to be called. It's as easy as that. So we're talking about getting your feedback, but you don't know what's in the budget yet, possibly, but we want to give you an example of what to look out for when you either view our meeting tonight online or you actually come to the meeting. So come on. We're going to walk right in here. And we're going to take a look at the screen right here, which shows our 2022 adopted budget. So this again is the fiscal year 2022 adopted budget, and it was adopted September of last year, just like the fiscal year 2023 budget will be adopted this September. But that document that you were just looking at is 565 pages. So it's pretty long. You can read that one if you like to, but we actually have a shorter version that is 18 pages. It's called the Fiscal Year 2022 Adopted Budget in Brief. So we kind of suggest that you see that one and you read that one instead, because not everyone has the time to go through all those pages. Also a reminder, the fiscal year for the City of Killeen runs from October 1st to September 30th each year. So let's take a look. This is the 565 page one, but I just want to show you one thing on here that I think is very important for everyone to see when it comes to our budget. The budget for last year, actually it's the 2022 year, but adopted last year, $106 million. That was nearly $9 million more than the year before. Why is that? Well, the cost of providing and maintaining services for citizens each year, it increases. That's just simply how it works. It will increase. It increased last year. It'll increase this year. And what is the increase primarily due to? Well, it's primarily attributed to employee compensation and new or enhanced programs. So we're bringing you more services, and that's sometimes why it costs more. So we want to make sure that you're aware of that. Now, we're going to go back to the 18-page document, the brief document, and we're going to give you just a few more tips at what to look at, and what to focus on. First, let's look at the funds. There are several different types of funds when it comes to our budget. The general fund, the special revenue funds, debt service fund, capital project funds, and there's more. There's an explanation under each of these as to what these funds are, but a lot of times or sometimes we get asked, well, why couldn't you use this money to pay for this? Why? We just had our fireworks extravaganza. Well, why did you put money into the fireworks extravaganza when you need solid waste workers and you could have put that money into that? Well, there are different pots of money. So please make sure you're aware of that, and this document explains that. Again, that's just 4 of the types of funds. There are more than that, and there's explanations under each of those. Now, on page 4 of this document, it's one of my favorite pages because it tells you exactly where your money is going as far as our departments. $1.77 a day per citizen goes to our general fund services. And what does that include? Well, the chunk of it, as you can imagine, and I think we're happy with, will go to police and fire. 46 cents for fire, 61 cents for police. And that's about $1.07 of that entire 177 that goes to fire and police. And then as you can see, there's several other chunks where that money goes to, but from non-departmental and non-operating costs down to recreation services, community development, transportation. And then let's take a look at, if you don't know what those mean, well, they're actually outlined right underneath. If you want to know what is non-departmental and non-operating costs, what does that mean? Well, it's outlined here: economic development, the Bell County Appraisal District, separation pay, lease payments, things like that. So that page 4 is a very handy document. Then we go into the city manager's message, and this one is a very comprehensive snapshot into what the budget is really doing and how it's really helping the city and how it's helping the citizens. So I would take a look at that. On page 6, you'll have a budget overview. That budget overview to me is golden. You need to focus on that because it's only 2 paragraphs, but it's a lot of pertinent and great information in that. So make sure you're reading that. And then we're going to skip down to, actually we can stop here at employee staffing. Some people want to know not only how many employees you have, but how many more do you have than last year and why? Well, it breaks it down here. The city is very transparent about every dollar, every dime, every penny that is spent. So full-time positions, it says we increased to 27. And if you look, when you get a chance at this document, it's going to show you number by number, individual by individual, why we have 27 more positions. Where did they go? Well, 6 were for this, 4 went to this, 6 went to this. So make sure you check that out, okay? Again, we've gone over the general fund, $106 million that was our adopted budget last year. Actually, for the 2022 year, was adopted last year though. And that is $9 million, about more than last year. And then I'm going to skip all the way down. Again, this is all great information. We're trying to keep it brief for you though. Down here to the fiscal year 2022 highlights, you can look at the general fund numbers, the property tax rate, tax reduction rate, which was $3.26. You can look at salary changes. Civil service received a 4% COLA, the cost of living adjustment, as well as $2 premium pay. And you can see what classified workers got as well. You can look at our capital improvement program and projects and where those funds went. Again, you can come to our council meetings and speak on that. Staffing by department, you saw that a lot of our funds go to our police and fire, and our police and fire have some of the largest employee counts: 331 for police, 247 for fire, 269 employees for public works. Here are the revenue sources. The revenue is by source. Your general fund, again, we talked about there's so many different funds that are out there. Try to make this a little smaller for you. General fund, capital projects fund, water and sewer fund, all the way down to the hotel occupancy tax fund. So you can take a look at that on page 13. And we're going to keep going to our property taxes. So when you pay your property taxes, you can take a look at this and you'll see that for every $1,000 in property taxes paid by residents and businesses, the city receives $307. Again, that's for this fiscal year budget. The majority, the chunk of it goes to KISD. As you can see, they get 45%. The city of Killeen gets 30%. Bell County gets 16%. And then you can see Central Texas College, WCID, that's our water district, or Bell County Road District, and where those other funds go. So that's one of my favorite graphs. And next to that is actually, it says the same thing, but it just shows you a different way. This dollar bill, the dollar bill divides up your Killeen ISD payments versus City of Killeen, Bell County, and other. So that page 15 to me is one of my favorite graphics. And one of the last things I'll show you is the sales tax. Why is my $10 purchase costing me $10.82? Well, when you buy something for $10, the state sales tax is 62 cents, Killeen's sales tax 15 cents, and the Bell County sales tax is 5 cents. So that's what adds up to that $10.82. Again, this is all in this document. This entire document is very transparent. Again, if you want to go through the entire 565 pages, you can. Any questions that you have about where your money is going, it's in that document. It's in the full document, but it's also in this brief document. So please make sure you're checking out this document, and please make sure you come to our council meetings. If you can't come, you can go to our website, KilleenTexasAllSpelledOut.gov, G-O-V, and we have a live stream tab, and you can click on there, you can watch them. If you can't watch them live, they're recorded. You can watch them later on whenever you have a time to do that. So please make sure that you are involved and that you're not just sitting back and possibly complaining and not thinking that you have a role in your city government, because you do. This is your city. Come make sure your voices are heard. Again, this is Janelle Ford. I am the Communications Director for the City of Killeen. And I'm going to show you one more thing, and that is to go to, if you ever want to look at any of our budgets, you just go to KilleenTexas.gov, the website I just gave you, and no matter what you're looking for, right now we're looking for budget, so we're going to type in budget in the search bar. You could be looking for something on the pools, calendar, events, type it in there. So once you type in budget, you'll click on budget, and then bam, you have budgets for the last several years. You have the brief version that we've looked at and the full budget. So make sure you join us, make sure you're involved, because we want to make sure that you're involved in these budget talks over the next nearly 3 months. Thank you.